Okay, so we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison. So today we have Ryan Atlas with 872 rating versus 808 on 1517 rating. So 808 quite deep into the top 100, probably top 10 or top 20 with that rating. Ryan Atlas a little bit away from the top 100. I think he starts at about 1020 at the minute, but only really a few wins away from getting in there. Opening hands are Miracle Fusion, Crystal Seer, D-Prison, Stratos and Rota, so probably Machina Hero, just because of Crystal Seer is kind of the giveaway there. Heavy Storm, Machina Force, Creature Swap, D-Prison, Oppression and Limiter Removal. This kind of looks like Jinzo OTK, but the Creature Swap and the Royal Oppression are kind of giving me Gadget vibes, or just Machina Control, so yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. Ryan going first, going to set the D-Prison and pass over, draws into the Yata on this side. So 808, going to start with Stratos, add Prisma. Yep. Yeah, this is almost definitely Machina Hero. Going to get him for 18 and set the Yata and the D-Prison. Draws into Fortress now, this is nice. Sets the Storm, passes, yeah. I mean, Pro Set Storm is not bad. Okay. Gonna get to combat. Gonna banish that with D-Prison. Gonna Rota for the Alias. Okay. Okay, they're playing a bit of a bigger hero package than we're used to seeing. Gonna set the Crystal Seer and pass over. Which was into the Scrap Recycler. Okay, this is just a... I have no idea what this is. Let's find out. So Heavy Storm now, going to get met with Yata, going to draw into Ocean. Okay. Scrap Recycler coming down now, it's going to dump Fortress. Yep. Machina Force, pitch to summon the Fortress out. Going to Creature Swap for the Scrap Recycler. So they're going to get the Crystal Seer. And they're going to battle that with the Fortress. Set the Oppression and pass over. This is strong, though. This is really strong. Going to draw into the Trap Stun. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if they read this as Oppression. It's a really tough read. Prisma. Oh, that should be going to Grave. Yep, there you go. Prisma dumps the Cyber Dragon. Okay, that's going to take the Fortress out and bring out the Chimera Tech. This is cool. Yeah, I'm going to set the Trap Stun and the D-Prison and pass over. Draws into the Smash Ground. Oh, God. Draws into the Cyber Dragon on this side. Going to go Ocean. Try and get in. Yeah. I wonder if it reveals that. I've never seen anyone resolve Crystal Seer that way. I've always just seen them draw two and put one of them back. Like... Well, you can see when you shuffle your hand, so I don't think that's necessarily the way to do it. But, yeah, okay. So Crystal Seer is going to add the Solemn Judgment. I honestly don't know what that looks like from 808's perspective, if they see that was Solemn. Going to attack in for 2000. Go to end phase. So it picks up the Bottomless, going to Smashing Ground, get rid of the... Oh, yeah, of course, this doesn't gain... this doesn't gain defense, it only gains attack, so it's actually taking the Ocean out there. Yeah, interesting. Gonna set the Bottomless and the Solemn and pass over. Draws into the Miracle Fusion. I mean, yeah, it's live. So going to main phase now. Gonna summon the Neos Alias. That's gonna get met with Bottomless. That's gonna get answered with Trap Stun. Gonna have to Solemn there, yeah, just to survive, but yeah, this Royal Oppression can't win it for them. Okay, yeah, just gonna battle. They could have Miracle Fusion here. It's a tough read. It's definitely a tough read, but yeah, the Miracle Fusion there does secure them the win. I guess they're feeling pretty confident. Their opponent's down to 100. You know, they've got a D-Prison for like a Machina Fortress play that we're about to see. And they've got this on the clapback with 6400. So, yeah, I can understand why they wanted to slow roll it there. Gonna summon Gear Frame. Gear Frame get the Fortress. Fortress pitch the Fortress. Try and get in. That's going to get him out with D prison. Main phase, set the limit, remove and pass over. Okay. Gonna go straight to battle here. Damage step. Yeah, they're going to use this. So they are going to take some damage. Sets the D prison, passes over. Gear frames destroyed. Draws into the green. Okay, I called it early because of the creature swap. And then I went away from that. But yeah, it is gadgets. They have a gadget engine. Okay, so green gadget, grab red gadget. Go to battle. Yeah, I think you just take that. Okay, draws into compulse. Cyber Dragon out. Yep. Okay. Interesting that, yeah, Ryan never obviously revealed the oppression. So 808 probably is going to know to play around it, but they haven't seen it. So going into game 2, Ryan is going to get to go first. Okay, this is already cool to see. Opening hands are Fortress, Gauze, Deep Prison, Ocean, and Future Fusion. Okay, finally seeing the Machina side. Green Gadget, Horn of Heaven. If you've never read this card before, it's a counter trap, which is very important. But when a monster would be summoned, tribute one monster and negate the summon, and if you do destroy that monster. Very cool card, especially in gadgets where you've got a lot of low level kind of tributes that just replace themselves. Machina Force, Bottomless, Scrap Recycler, and Smashing Ground. See how they choose to start. It's going to start with the green, get red. I'll probably set the horn. Yeah, nice. It's really nice. Going to start with the ocean. That's going to go through. Going to get into the green gadget and pass over. They are going to future fusion. So they're going to dump the Crystal Seer and the Stratos for the Ab-Zero in 2 turns. Set the D prison. Set both D prisons. Cool. Yeah, I think that's fine, but yeah, we did see a pro heavy last game. So yeah, I'm not sure I'd be playing into it knowing my opponent has done that before. So we're going to red gadget now, grab yellow gadget, Smashing Ground the monster, battle phase, get him for 13. Yeah, with stuff like their back row, how are you feeling right now for your gadgets? I think you're doing okay. I don't think this is terrible because you've always got Scrap Recycler to get Fortress to Grave, and Machina Force to pitch for it. So you've got combos, you've got gadgets obviously going. You've got some pretty decent back row options. Yeah, and your opponent using Future Fusion and setting 2 is kind of showing you they don't have heavy or kind of like anything that's going to interrupt your back row necessarily. So I think this is good. Okay, choose not to do anything, passing over. Summon out the yellow gadget now. Grab green gadget. Yeah, gadget's really slow rolling here, which I don't think is terrible. But you are going to have to deal with the Ab-Zero soon. They've got stuff for it. Okay, it's going to get in for some damage. Going to set and pass over. So that was the set TT. Draws into the Fortress now. Ab-Zero is going to come out. Going to stick it to defense. Okay. Yeah, interesting strategy. I guess it's just a wall the gadgets can't get over. You're forcing your opponent to commit more to the board, and then you're going to take it away. So it's a good use of Ab-Zero. Draws into red gadget. This is getting a bit unfortunate now. When you're drawing into gadgets, that's just not a good feeling. Okay, draws the trap stun, sets the trap stun. Oh, 2 back to back as well is rough. Draws the compulse. 3 back to back. Okay. Interesting as well, we're seeing 3 red gadget. So Ryan really just didn't see any in the last game, but they're seemingly playing at least 7. And it's probably 8 because the one you normally triple up on is green because it's strongest. So draws into Cyber Dragon, passes, draws into Cyber Dragon as well. Going to compulse the Ab-Zero. That's going to get him out with trap stun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're just trying to invite them to commit more to the board to actually out this Ab-Zero. I think that's a good use of resources, because you know it's going to take them at least 2 cards to get over it. It's going to take, you know, a fortress and a discard for the fortress. What it's actually going to take is a normal summon scrap recycler to dump the fortress and a discard for the fortress. Actually, yeah, I was going to say potentially 2 discards for the fortress, because you would just try and get the gadgets out of hand. So fortress coming out now. Scrap recycler, shuffling back the 2 gadgets to draw. Draws into gear frame. Nice, not a terrible pickup. Draws into Machina gear frame on this side as well. Gonna add the force. Yeah. They've got access to fortress anyway. Okay, gonna attack into the recycler. That's gonna go through. Gonna set the compulse and pass. Okay, draws into another gear frame. God, this game is interesting. So going to deprison the fortress. Gear frame's going to come down, add another copy of fortress. Pass over, draws into pulling the rug. Okay. So gear frame going to get into the red gadget now. Let's just go over the back row one more time. So this is Horn of Heaven, Bottomless, Torrential. This is deprison, and this is compulse. Just because it's been a few turns now, we haven't seen any of them used. Going to set the pulling the rug as well. Feels like a turn too late with gear frame having already come down. So gear frame going to crash, attempt to crash the gear frames. That's going to get met with deprison. Gear frame going to get met with pulling the rug. Okay. Okay. I have no idea who's winning. I genuinely don't know who's winning. Because this Sub-Zero is kind of killing them off, but their back row is really strong. Okay, so gear frame going to get into the gadget. Going to set the bottomless, the deprison, the compulse, and again this is compulse, Horn of Heaven, bottomless, torrential. Draws into the solidarity. Okay, this is really interesting. You would think that if it's gadgets and it's solidarity gadgets, they had all of this game 1 and we just didn't see any of it, apart from the creature swap. Okay, going to start with green gadget. Search red. The red they shuffle back. Solidarity now to make it 22. This is cool because this is able to get over the Sub-Zero by only committing a monster. You've also searched another like resource. So this is a cool way to get over it. That's going to be successful. Going to blow up the green gadget. They're going to, yeah, special summon the Cyber Dragon. That's going to get met with the bottomless. That makes sense. I'm going to pass over now. Draws into E-Call. Yeah, they've got stuff they can grab with that. Just going to go straight to battle though, get him for 18. Cool, and pass over. Yeah, I wonder why you wouldn't equal and just thin the deck, because you've almost definitely got another hero in the deck. Draws into the Cypher Soldier. So for those of you who haven't read this card, I haven't read this card in a while. If it battles a warrior type monster during damage calculation, it gains 2000 attack and defense for that damage calculation. So I wonder if it's just sided in specifically for like hero builds. Yeah, interesting choice. It's got a really cool World Championship printing, I believe, in the actual TCG. Okay, so Fortress coming down now. Big 33 Fortress. That's going to get met with a Deepers, and that's going to get met with a Compulse. Cool. Okay, so keeping it alive. Going to set the Cypher Soldier and pass. Yeah, it's going to gain defense. Okay. I'm seeing the vision. It'd be really cool if their opponent was a bit lower and they were using it to try and, like, you know, kill shot. They're going to try and get in now with Gear Frame. That's not going to go through because it's 18 defense. Yeah, this card is kind of good into Machina Hero. Okay. I see the vision. Going to set the E-Call as a bluff. Pass over. Draw into the Fortress on this side now. So red gadget going to come down. Red gadget going to add yellow. Okay, so we're not seeing 3 yellows yet. So we don't know fully how many gadgets they're on. Fortress, Pitch Fortress, Summon, Big 33. Fortress, going to try and get into Gear Frame. Hey, we're going to let that go. Okay. 21 off the red gadget. Yeah, going to pass. back. Yeah, you could have forced. Yeah, this Cypher Soldier really could have forced this out, but okay, draws into bottomless. Cyber Dragon out now. Yeah, that's going to get him over the big think. But I don't think it's that big of a think. I think you have to negate this. Yeah, use the gadget to get rid of the Cyber Dragon. I'm going to equal now. Equal, grab the Prisma. This is going to summon and call Cyber Dragon. So yeah, you've got to bottomless that. Okay, AOA is doing well at, you know, eking out the resources. So Machina Fortress, yeah, Pitch Fortress, Summon Fortress, Pitch Force, Summon Fortress. Gonna set the bottomless and pass. Okay, Miracle Fusion actually, sorry, is gonna go for. I was expecting them to just end on this, because if they destroy it, obviously they can pop it and then just, you know, discard one of the cards. But yeah, I guess this does make more sense. So Guy is gonna get over that. Gonna get him over the TT. Yeah, AOA gonna admit defeat there. Okay. Okay, long game. Okay, game 3 now. So AOA is gonna get to go first. So opening hands are D-Prison, Fortress, Cyber Dragon, Yellow Gadget, and Solemn. And then on this side we have Mirror Force, 2 copies of Crystal Seer, Equal, Future Fusion, and Cyber Dragon. Okay. Battle of the Machine decks. So going to equal out for Stratos. Stratos had Neos Alias. Future Fusion. Yeah, seeing Future Fusion this often is a crime. Going to dump the Ocean and the Crystal Seer for the Ab-Zero. So they're on 3 Crystal Seer. That's interesting. We've seen this, like, in the few kind of games we've seen this like deck be played. We've seen Crystal Seer at 1, I think at 2, and now we're seeing it at 3. And we've also seen some matches where they've not played it at all. So, going to start with Yellow Gadget on this side. Grab Green Gadget. 2 Cyber Dragons in hand is nice. Yeah, pitch in one of them. Though, I guess if you got the other, that's okay. But Cyber Dragon feels like the best card in this matchup sometimes. I guess they're already on for Ab-Zero soon, so you are just trying to put some pressure on. Going to get in with the Fortress and then with the Yellow Gadget. Going to set the Solemn and the D-Prison. Pass it over. Okay. Which wasn't to pulling the rug. So Cyber Dragon coming down now. I don't think you have a choice. Yeah. I really don't think you have a choice. Because this is just 6,000 anyway. With an Ab-Zero next turn. So yeah, going to Solemn the Cyber Dragon. Set the Crystal Seer. Set the pulling the rug and pass over. Oh, and the Mirror Force. Pass over. Yeah. Okay. Again, you've seen Ryan pro set a Storm, so I don't know if this is correct. Draws into another copy of Green Gadget. Okay, Green's going to get him out with pulling the rug. Yeah, fine, I guess. I think it's way more impactful on the gear frame, but yeah, this is fine. It's going to get in, attack the Crystal Seer. Yeah, this is how I'm used to people resolving Crystal Seer. So, draws and keeps the MST. Gonna Mirror Force now. Yeah, they kind of wanted the Crystal Seer gone, and actually this is kind of the perfect pickup because they can get rid of that back row while as their Ab-Zero comes out. Yes, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that first. Get rid of the back row first, and now they're bringing out the Ab-Zero. Normal summon the Alias, and yeah, that's it. Okay, wow, what a game. Nice short game 3 after that really long game 2, so nice to see. Not much to say about this. 808 is playing the kind of more standard version of the Machina hero deck. Really good to see in action. Interesting again to see 3 Crystal Seer. We don't know if, you know, one or two of these exist in the side deck, but we did see one main decked game 1 at least. So interesting to see it. I think it's a really good card. I think specifically for this deck, it kind of digs you closer to, you know, Miracle Fusion while also providing waters for Ab-Zero. So probably in my opinion the best like water support card for the Machina hero deck. Some people are playing Snowman Eater. That's not bad if your local meta is lots of Blackwings, or if you're taking it to a big tournament and you expect lots of Blackwings. Snowman Eater is also perfectly legitimate in terms of a choice. Cool to see pulling the rug back. This card's kind of been out of rotation for a while now. But it's yeah, good to see it kind of back in here as a side deck card. Not much to say about the Gadget deck. I had no idea what this was the first game for like a good few turns, but it does turn out to be a Gadget deck. I think really well played on both sides. I didn't pick up much that I would play differently throughout the whole game, but yeah, it feels like the better machine-ish deck won. I think this is just so strong right now. So really good to see it in action, and good to see it played in the regular version by such a good pilot.